My name's Sierra, and I walk like this. I'm Sierra, and I dance like this. I'm Sierra, and I can only count to 6. What the heck comes after 6?
Hi, I'm Sierra, and I'm finally doing it! Finally, after years of secretly dreaming about it, of thinking in my head I could totally do it, I'm starting a YouTube channel. I'm a little nervous, but I have high hopes for this, and here's why. If you know me, you know, 1, I like to talk a lot, and this will probably help me get it out, so you're welcome in advance. Number 2, let me spell out this gum because that's really rude. Hold on. As I was saying, number 2, it's summer, which means I'm a little bored. So what better to do than to start doing something you've always wanted to do? I think it's the perfect thing. Am I kind of scared? Yes. But it's gonna be fine. You know why? I have you guys, hopefully my friends and just people in general who find this video like it enough to follow me and watch more of my videos. I can't believe I'm doing this. Let me get a little more serious. And the reason I'm starting this channel is because it's been something I've always really wanted to do. Like deep down, I knew I wanted to do it. I just couldn't put it off because I was nervous. Like how do you put something out there that's so personal and feel confident in that? That's what I wanted to challenge myself to do this summer. Since I was a little kid, I think every little kid dreams of being famous. Something, you know, creative. At least I did. I grew up dreaming I would be a singer or like an actress or a talk show host. And honestly, it's gonna sound really cheesy, but I still kind of want to do that. Of course, I am in college, but you really never know. You're never too old to finally chase your dreams. Like, at least I'll be able to say that I tried and that hopefully I'll enjoy it. So far, I've been having so much fun filming things, editing them, watching them back. Is that kind of narcissistic? Maybe. But it's been so fun. And I can't wait to share this with you guys. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you appreciate it. And now that I've gotten all sappy on you, let's get into the funny part of the video. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my childhood. Because, well, I was a very interesting child. I don't think you guys understand what I mean when I say interesting. So let's just get into it. These are my childhood journals. I think I was like 10 years old when I had these. And I read through them in advance and they're a little terrifying. And that's okay because I've changed slightly. Anyway, I'm going to start with this one. It has my initials on it. It says SJ. And we're just gonna get into it. On the opening cover, I put, "Thank you for coming." I don't know who I thought was gonna read it, but apparently I thought this was gonna be like, just this was gonna be published and read. I don't know. But basically, let me just explain what this journal is. This journal is my mystery novel / novella that I wrote when I was 10 years old. So when I was 10, while everyone else was freaking out about Harry Potter, I don't know if that was the age we were, but anyway. When everyone else was freaking out about Harry Potter, I was still reading Nancy Drew, Goosebumps, Fablehaven, literally everything else. I don't know why. I never really got into Harry Potter. Don't attack me, I'm sorry. I was so into Nancy Drew and like mysteries and true crime that I thought I was gonna be the next Nancy Drew. So I wrote a book about it, and I'm gonna read you some excerpts that terrified me last night. I hope you enjoy them. So the premise of this book is that basically, I ripped off Nancy Drew, like all the characters, like how all the characters are related is the exact same as Nancy Drew. Just put people's names that I actually knew. So I'm gonna change those names because that's embarrassing. But yeah, I'm gonna read you an excerpt from chapter 3 called Crime and Grief. First of all, I didn't spell it right, so I spelled it Greif, which I was 10, so let's go easy on me. Without further ado, let's get into this thing, because it's juicy. Janice lay sprawled on the gravel with a little bit of blood gushing out. I cried out in shock and disbelief. I ran to her, but with one look at her face, I could tell she was gone.
Gone.
I'm 10 years old and I'm writing about finding a dead body. That's healthy. John tried to lead me back to the school, but I wouldn't respond. I guess I fainted. I woke up to John and Jennifer's worried expressions. "Are you okay?" That's my voice for John. "Are you okay?" John asked. "Yeah, I'm fine." That's my voice for me. "Yeah, I'm fine," I replied. You wouldn't believe the crazy dream I've had. Me and you found my dead on the street, and I stopped short. From their glances, I could tell it wasn't a dream. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of intriguing. Like, I want to know, why did they murder Janice? This is an excerpt from the book called The Pantry. Let's get into it. Thanks again for letting us come, Mr. and Mrs. Janice's parents, I said. No problem. If anyone can find out who did this, it's you, Mr. Janice's dad said. His eyes were red and glazed over from crying, and he had a grim and fierce look on his face. I spelled those right. I was really smart. Her room is right up there, I said to the others to break the awkward silence. Found it, John cried, his voice muffled from inside the closet. Setting the diary on the table, I flipped to a random page. Look at this, I cried. They are following me. I know they are. My life is just a shadow of hers. My memories are fake. I'm just here, to keep her safe, to take her place, destined to be a no one. That was really intense for someone who has had zero life experience. I was 10 years old, probably just sitting in my room, writing about not only a murder, but I think like a whole conspiracy theory that apparently the girl who got murdered was like a clone or something. I don't remember the plot, clearly. But I'm a little concerned about that. Basically, when I was 10 years old, I was really into true crime and I wanted to be a hero. And not much has changed, so. I have my second journal here. There's not much in this, but what's in here is also slightly disturbing. And not disturbing, just interesting. So, like every other 10-year-old on the planet, I thought I could draw. And it's decent. On this page, I guess I like thought up characters in my head and I drew them. I was a very visual, creative child. And this page I labeled it The Goodies. Like, this is like the name. They're called The Goodies. I guess I need to differentiate the good people and the not good people. Their heads are way too big for their bodies. They look like bobbleheads. On the page right after it, I have it labeled Baddies and Richies.
Baddies and Richies.
I didn't mean insta-baddie. I meant like evil, like gonna cut you kind of thing. And these are like slightly better. Like the outfits are questionable for sure. So it's definitely that 2000s fashion. Like I'm looking at these names that I named the characters and they're not discreet at all. These are like names that I took from people I actually knew at the time and I like twisted a little bit. Like, anyway, there's a drawing for that one. I don't know, I was a really creative kid though. As disturbing as it is that I was writing about murder, I was writing. I was confident enough in my writing skills at 10 years old to write a book and be proud about it, so good for me. I wish I had more like happy little kid things in here, like a dog, or you know, like cute little kitties, or a unicorn. Nope, it's just murder. I don't think it's a surprise to anyone that I was a bit of a tomboy when I was growing up. And I have all my old Pokemon cards. I was obsessed with Pokemon. I mean, like, obsessed. The only things I've been obsessed with when I was a kid were Pokemon and One Direction. And that's it. I'm not exaggerating. Well, maybe Hunger Games, but mainly those two. I'm still really proud of them. If you don't think this is cool, I don't care, because this is amazing. This is amazing. Pokemon is still amazing. Period. I said what I said. And what? Anyway, the best card I have, I'm still really proud of it. I'm not gonna say the name because I know I'm gonna mispronounce it and I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. But it is 100 HP. It does 60 damage for Earthquake and 30 damage for Mix Up. It even has a little diamond outlining. Yeah. I was a certified Pokemon boss. I don't remember how to play Pokemon, but I kind of want to relearn. Like, I think that's a really cool skill to have, you know? Like, in the middle of a college party, what about my Pokemon cards? Boom. Everyone else knows that I am the alpha. And that's it. End of story. Now that you know about my past, let's catch you up about the past, I don't know, 9 years. When I was in high school, I did marching band for 1 year, and then I quit. And I did concert band for the remaining high school years. I was also on student council, like, all through high school. Basically, I was really involved in high school, which I loved, but it was also just so much energy. So when I went to college, I was like, I'm gonna scale back a little bit. I'm gonna really enjoy the education I'm getting. And I did. Like, I had a pretty great time. I didn't join that as many clubs as I wanted to join, mainly because I was so worried about academics, but it turned out being fine. So I definitely could have been in way more clubs. But the stuff I did do was really cool. I ended up joining a magazine on campus that I write for periodically, and I love that. It's so cool to feel like XOXO Gossip Girl in real life. It's really cool, and it makes me feel very creative, and it's like a good way for me to like get my frustrations out or just take a break from studying, especially during the semester. My one regret is that I didn't get as involved with music and acting like I wanted to. I love music. I love music. I learned piano when I was in like middle school. I played bass clarinet all through high school. I love to sing. I really want to learn guitar, but I don't have the money for that. I love music. It just makes me so happy. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I love music. That's another thing this year that I really want to get back into, learning, playing, listening, all of it. Because it's such an important part of my life. I think about all the milestones in my life, and like I can think of a song for each time because it just means a lot to me. I'm sure everyone else watching feels the same way because music is a universal language that everyone loves and appreciates. I know in the beginning of this video I told you that this is my summer of doing things that scare me. And yes, YouTube was the really big one, but there are so many little things that I want to do this summer / this whole year. If I don't finish it in the summer, I'm just going to do it for the rest of the year. And I want to show you guys what that process is like because I feel like it's a good practice for anyone to do. You don't have to film it. You don't have to sit in front of a camera and talk about it in the middle of your room. You can just do it for yourself. And I think it's really good for people who are in a rut or maybe like don't know what the next step is for them. I know for me, I have my next steps lined up. I'm finishing college. I'm going on to med school. That's the plan at least. And it all seems very final. But I think when you try to reduce your life to steps, you kind of miss out on the stuff that you really enjoy. For example, when I told you this past year I didn't join as many clubs as I wanted to because I was so focused on fulfilling all these steps I had set for myself. I know it sounds so cheesy, but I really want to stress how important it is to stop and smell the roses. And I wish I did a lot more of that. I mean, I look back at how creative I was as a kid. I didn't care if like people thought I was weird if I was writing about murder, which maybe I should have, but I didn't care. And I want to get back to that feeling of not caring because I know so assuredly who I am. And I want to share that with you guys. So if you're interested in seeing my journey and rediscovery of what I love to do and what it is I like, please subscribe. That sounds so weird to say. But genuinely, if you enjoyed this video, if you want to keep up with me and how this whole approach to life is going, please subscribe. Go ahead and like this video if you liked it. Follow my Instagram. And I just want to say, have an awesome day. Seriously, I mean that. Have an awesome day, night, morning, whatever. But know that whatever it is you really, really want to do, don't deny yourself from experiencing what it's really like. Because I tried it and I really like it. And I'm so glad that I branched out and forced myself to do it. So if you have something like that you've been wanting to do for a long time, this is your sign to just do it. Do it. Period. That's it. You're gonna do it and you're gonna enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, then now you know. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, keep it cute. Bye guys.